Kick it up, kick it out, from the dirt road to the trout. Yeah. Small town sky, wheat field shimmer, chrome pipes loud, that paint job glimmer.
What's up, Navi gang? Welcome back to the channel. Winter is finally over here. That means it's time to get the Navi ready for riding season. Today, we're doing a full oil change, air filter, and giving it a deep clean. Just getting everything ready for a new year of rides and adventures. It's not the most exciting job, but this is the stuff to keep these little bikes running forever. So let's get this thing cleaned up and ready to ride. Alright, first thing we're going to do on a spring cleanup is an oil and filter change. We got some Castrol oil here, and then an aftermarket filter. If you guys saw the video where I changed the intake to an aftermarket intake, you guys know that I have an aftermarket intake on the Navi here, so we got another one of those. Picked it up off of Temu, it's like $4. You're also going to need a 12mm socket and a 17mm socket. You'll need something to drain the oil into and a rag. Okay, so the first step is take your 12mm socket and remove this bolt here, which is the drain plug. Let that drain out. All right, on the other side of the bike now, got the 17mm socket. You're just gonna break this filter screen bolt loose. And you're going to want to keep pressure on it as you remove it, because the spring can cause it to shoot out if you're not careful. There we go. There's that spring I was talking about. Remove that. And inside of here is your filter screen. If I can get it out. There you go. That's your filter screen. You're going to want to take and clean all of that up with your rag here. Get all of that old oil off. Inside the cap as well. And then finally, your filter screen. Just make sure that there's no debris in there. Okay, then you're going to take and replace your screen first. Push that in there. Make sure it's seated all the way down. And you're going to take, I like to use the extension and the socket disconnected from the wrench at first. Put the spring in there. Use this to line up that bolt and get it started. Hand tighten it down. Okay, now you want to take that socket, torque it down 14 foot-pounds. Yeah. And then we'll go back to the other side of the bike. All right, now we're back on the other side of the bike. As you guys can see, it's pretty much stopped dripping. So you're gonna want to take Wipe anything else, any excess out. And clean that drain plug off. Put this back. Hand tighten it. I always want to hand tighten first. Then you're going to take your 12mm socket and torque it to 18 foot-pounds on this side. Okay. Okay, now we got all the old oil out, drained all out. Time to put some new oil in this. Honda Navi calls for 800 milliliters of oil. Make sure you use a funnel. Save from any spills, unnecessary spills. Say we're using castor oil. 800 milliliters. So we're gonna have about 200 milliliters left in this bottle when we're done. All right, now we got just under 250 left, so that's 200 left. And just put in about 800 milliliters. That finished draining in there. Clean any oil that dripped off. You're gonna replace your drain plug. I like to just wipe it down as well. Put this back in. Check the oil level. Reading full. And reinstall that. We're good to go. All right, next up on the agenda, new air filter. As you guys can see, this one has gotten pretty dirty, so we're gonna replace it. It's just a hose clamp on this side. Gotta loosen up. And this just removes. Take a look at that. It's about 1,000 miles or so, I believe. So we got the new one here. Just gonna reinstall it the same way. Right over there. And just take and tighten down this hose clamp. Check that we're tightened down and aligned properly. All right, simple as that. All right, now that we got the oil and filter changed, gonna start it up. Mind you, this has not been started in a while. There we go. Alright, we'll let that run for a little bit. Like I said, this segment hasn't been running for, I think, probably 3 weeks at this point, so this is a completely cold start. We've had some freezing days in between here, so let this run a little bit. We're going to get it cleaned up. Alright, she's been running for a couple minutes now. As you guys can see, idling pretty. Standing good. I'm going to set them on. And then we will get it cleaned up because I feel embarrassed that this thing is looking like this. Look at all this. Navi is due for a cleanup, guys. We're going to get it done though.
Big tripper, roll that throttle, cast that line. Big tripper, from yellow lines to shoreline. Big tripper, hit that roll, then hit that ripper. Saddle up, reel it in with the big tripper. Kickstand up, let the back tie spin. Dust in the mirror, goofy grin on the chin. Stop by the bridge, drop bait in the flow. station coffee, midnight slipper, every mile, every cast. That's Big Tripper. The Big Tripper, roll that throttle, cast that line. The Big Tripper, the Big Tripper, from yellow lines to shoreline. The Big Tripper, Big Tripper, hit that roll, then hit that ripper, saddle up, reel it in, wheel. The Big Tripper, from the cornfields to the catfish, got a full tank and a wedge. From the back roads to the river, hit that subscribe, feel the shiver. Hey!
All right, now that she's all cleaned up and serviced, ready for another season, what do you say we take it out for a spin?
Welcome to the ride with the Big Tripper. Big Tripper, roll that throttle, cast that line.
All right, Navi gang, as you guys can see, she's all cleaned up, maintenance, ready for another season. But before I let you guys go, I wanted to talk to you about a couple exciting things for the channel. As you guys can see behind me, there's a trailer. If you guys haven't seen this yet, I'm building a lakeside micro cabin on a Harbor Freight trailer. Go check that out. It's a mini tripper build series. But I also have some exciting things planned for the Navi this year. We're gonna be taking an out-of-state trip. We're also gonna be doing some $10 day trip challenges and a lot more. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you subscribe if you're not already. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. Make sure you like, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
To the catfish, got a full tank and a wedge. From the back roads to the river, hit that subscribe, feel the shiver.